play hard. You got to tip your hat to them. They definitely play hard. You can't go freaking bear hunting with BB guns.
There's goal tomorrow. We don't win today.
My name is Hector Ambriz. Play for the Houston Astros. I went to UCLA for 4 years. Got drafted in 2006 by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Sociology. They said it was an athlete's major. Nothing interested me about it. You know, it was just an easy major to go after. My first couple years, we had Gary Adams, Skip. He was there for 30 years as well. He was actually there when Wooden was there, and Wooden would actually come down and talk to us. And then, you know, after 2 years, we got a new coach, so he didn't really imply the Wooden ways. He wanted to do his own ways. But I know Skip, the first 2 years, was all about this pyramid of success and all that. You know, even the last 2 years, you know, in our clubhouse, we had the pyramid of success up there. He had a big influence on the UCLA culture. You hear about the Cape Cod League. Cape Cod League, it was my freshman year, and our coach sent me and one of my roommates out to Alaskan League, and actually two other of my teammates they were in Fairbanks. So it was pretty nice to, you know, play against them because we knew about that rivalry. But, you know, so there was about 4 of us that went to Alaska from the UCLA team, and you know, it was once they say, hey, you want to go to Alaska, I didn't say no. I was like, hey, why not? You know, it's still West Coast somewhat. You know, it's better than flying all the way to the East Coast, but it's still pretty far ways up. So, you know, I tell everybody here, it's still baseball. It's just a game. It's still the pitcher and the hitter, and as a pitcher, you got to try to get him out, and as a hitter, you got to go try to beat the pitcher. So I think, that's what I try to focus on. Oh, Southern California, you walk outside right now, you step on that freeway, and there's, you know, traffic. You know, you see buildings skyrise, and you don't see a moose walking down the freeway. You know, we'd literally be driving home, and we'd have to slow down because we saw a moose walking down the road, you know. So it's just that alone, the trees in Alaska, just the greenery out there. You know, Southern California is pretty green, but there's a lot more structure out here, a lot more buildings, and out there, it's just nature. It's pretty nice. Oh, you know what I still tell people about Alaska? Long bus rides. Well, I remember with the bus rides falling, you know, I'd always go to sleep on the floor. You know, just lay down a towel and go to sleep on the floor. But I remember people start yelling and stuff, and I wake up, and there's a mama bear fishing with her 2 cub bears just right on the side. You know, we actually stopped by and just watched the mama bear fish. It was a pretty cool thing to see. And I remember flying in, just looking out the window, just seeing all that land and just nature. Oh, it was so beautiful. I still tell people that story to the day. But I remember we lived up in the hills, and it was rare if we didn't see a moose going to our house. We even saw, you know, just every time we go home or go to the ballpark, we'd always see a moose. We actually saw a bear one time out in the backyard. You know, it's pretty cool. I wish I would have done that all over again. I would have gone fishing, I would have gone hiking, you know, I've done all that stuff. So pretty much all we did was play baseball, go work out, and just lock ourselves in our room and, you know, wait up for the next day. I never went to go enjoy the wilderness like we should have, you know, and I wish I did. Fairbanks was north, right? A bunch of mosquitoes. Oh, I remember that's the place where we stayed in the trailers on the side of the park, right? And those mosquitoes were brutal. But I remember the only thing that would keep the mosquitoes away were bonfires. So, you know, there's 25, 18, 19-year-old guys hanging around in a trailer right next to the ballpark. What else are we going to do? So we lit up a big old fire and we hung out and played cards all night. But you know what? I enjoyed it because the mosquitoes stayed away from the fire. I remember, like, the first month, you're just like, oh, you know, I can't wait to get home. I can't wait to get home. But when it starts getting playoff time and you start winning, you start realizing your team's good. And I remember it was really hard to go home after that loss. We had Mike Pelfrey. He came late for us. You know, he's pitching with the Twins now. I actually talked to him during spring training a little bit, but he threw a no-hitter. Perfect game or no-hitter. I think it might have been set. It was, I think we had a doubleheader on that day night, you know, and I think he threw a no-hitter in the first game. But, you know, that's the only thing that really stands out to me right now. You know, I'm a big Office fan with Michael Scott, and he says he's not superstitious, he's little stitious. So I've been going from there a little bit. I'm little stitious, so I don't really have much that I do. Well, that's all. My dad told me I'd always throw right-handed, and my dad said when I was a little kid, he'd throw to me, and he'd put me in the right-hander's batter's box. He said he'd turn around and go get the balls and throw to me, and he'd turn back around, and I'd be hitting on the left hand, you know. He said, no, you got to do it this way. He said he'd do it like 2 or 3 times. Every time he turned around, I'd be standing in the left-hander's batter's box. He said, all right, whatever, and he just started pitching to me. So the left-handed hitter was always natural to me. I think for me, it's because when in T-ball, I was watching Ken Griffey Jr., so I was always elbow up, You know, so you see videos and pictures of me when I was younger. I was all left-handed, so maybe it was Griffey that made me hit left-handed. So friendships, my Adam Simon, who was my roommate, went to UCLA. He came to the game last night. It was just college teammates, and we played in Alaska together. But I know, like, I ran into Jacoby Ellsbury, every once in a while, and he'll say hi. You obviously know who you played with in Alaska, because you were there with each other for so long. So, like Pelfrey, we talked about it in spring training. So, it's just a bond you grow out there as being as a team, being a glacier pilot.